What's up, good folks? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Bernicia, and you're here with N.E.X.T. Now, today, folks, we're going to do a recap for the Baddies Gone Wild, episode 7. Okay, I'm gonna definitely start off by saying I rate this episode a solid 5. Okay, it was a whole lot going on. But to be honest, the real reason I rated this episode a 5 is because majority, 90% of the cast for Baddies Gone Wild, I really don't like. Okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the episode 7 picks up with a confrontation, the fight between Oxypearl and Erica. Okay, so if you haven't watched last week's episode, basically Natalie calls this house meeting, right? And she addresses the fact that, bitch, I had to move y'all into this house, so we need to get some things established. We need to get some structure in here because I already had to move y'all from one house to the next. I can't keep pulling the cat out of the bag. Number two, it doesn't make any sense how multiple people jump one person. It was so bad to the point where y'all damn near hit me. And so she really wanted to address the beefs and things like that. So basically, Oxy calls out Erica. Now, I'm not going to lie. As much as I can't stand Oxy at this point, she did win the fight. They fought like 2 rounds and she did win. Okay? She didn't beat Erica. Okay? She didn't beat her up. But she definitely got the better of her in those fights. Okay? I was seriously disappointed because I was really hoping Erica was going to put one on her ass. I was hoping she was going to give her like this justified ass whipping, but she didn't. She didn't. That's cool. So next thing you know, Emery calls out Jaden again. Now I'm so sick of Emery, and I'm so sick of this Jaden beef. Like, bitch, what the fuck is the problem? Like, y'all already don't fought several times. Emery, you said to yourself you don't beat the girl up several times. So why is it that you keep trying to fight her? I guess supposedly Jaden has this hit list and Emery feels the type of way because she's on this hit list. Okay, but what? Obviously, Jaden ain't hitting shit. Yes, she did this sat up there and straight up let y'all bully her up until this point. Like, what the fuck is y'all worried about her hit list for? Because, like, she ain't hitting shit. So, anywho, Jada's like, no, I don't want to fight right now. I don't have on the right shoes. My hair's not pulled back. I'm just not in the space. Like, that bitch who had 101 excuses for why she didn't want to fight. Understandably so, because if you fought Emery several thousand times and Emery beat your ass every round, then what would be the point of fighting her again? Like, seriously. Like, seriously. So, anywho, now that it's like, okay, well, what's all this fighting? There's no dialogue. Like, what is going on? What's the beef? So, Coco, and Emery runs in front of Natalie trying to tell them what happened. Now, Coco more so focused on her issue with Jaden. And her issue with Jaden is because she felt some type of way that Jaden called her out with the whole room situation. When the girls came in there and snatched the bed out the room, Coco got up, opened the door. Jaden felt like Coco was being flawed because it's like you sleep in the same room with us and you letting these bitches come in here just doing whatever. And so Coco's telling Natalie like, oh, that bitch got a nerve to, she trying to pop off on me, but she ain't pop off on the 3 girls that came in there and snatched her bed. But bitch, you was wrong too. Like, regardless to whether or not she addressed them or not, bitch, you still had parts of it. So you was wrong too. But either way, it's stupid. So Jada's just like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? She puts on a swim cap. She like, well, fuck it, bitch. I'm just gonna fade, right? So her and Emery square up. Of course, Emery gets the better of the fight. My thing is, it really wasn't a fight this round. It wasn't really a fight. Both of them was just pulling hair. Emery was pulling hair so much to effect to where she snatched the girl's swim cap off and was pulling her hair from under the swim cap. My thing is, bitch, why wear the swim cap? Because it's obviously not doing shit. I mean, the bitch still was able to pull that shit out. What was the point? Child. So next thing you know, Daisy go to getting riled up. Now, mind you, Daisy already had said the day before that she got her eyes set for Bahati, okay? So at this point, she riled up. She's like, you already know what I came to do. You already know. I already told you, bitch, you gonna have to give it to me. And after this, you ain't get no more camera time for me. Cause Daisy swears she the big dog. Okay? She swears she's giving Queen mother. Okay? So Daisy's talking shit to Bahati. Bahati sitting over there looking like she getting ready to go play tennis on a nice, hot summer day. She just sitting there leaning on the table like, ain't nothing going on. Hell, I for damn near forgot she was in the scene until Daisy called her ass out. So, anywho, Daisy gets up and runs over at Bahati. And there you go. It's the cinder block versus Australia. I mean, of course, Daisy mopped that minked ass a couple of times. Mink, mink, mink. But then she fucked around and got a good grip on Bahati's hair. She had to snatch the wig off. And you know how a person have braids, like cornrows going back, but they new growth is coming up, like they new growth coming in, so like the braids was grippable. It's different if she would have had like a fresh set of braids, but because she didn't, Daisy was able to grab a chunk of her hair and pull that shit the fuck out. Cause when I tell you Jail, jail, she out of there, like. Man, that was some nasty work. So everybody like, ooh. When they look and see Daisy holding up a chunk of Bahati's hair, everybody like, ooh. And then cut to, we get a chance to take a look at the side of Bahati's head. Like the whole left side of her head was missing like a big ass patch of hair. I was like, damn. Bahati, girl, you need to put some of that do-grow or some hair strengthener on your hair, because the fact that your hair was not, how would you call it? Because Bahati got to have some thin ass hair for Daisy to been on snatch the whole thing out the root like that. Her hair had to be like thin as fuck. But then again, maybe not, because Daisy had a mean ass motherfucking grip on that shit. I don't know, but that shit just look horrible. And for me, I don't like the fact that after they broke them up, they kept trying to stop Bahati from fighting Daisy. Like they kept grabbing Bahati, holding Bahati back. I don't feel like they took this shit seriously enough. I mean, she snatched that girl. They should have. I don't get this. I don't get it. Everybody got so up in arms about Erica hitting Rella G with a battery pack, but y'all not mad at Daisy for snatching a whole scalping this fucking girl. Like, make it make sense. They be picking and choosing what the fuck to be mad at, because that's some shit to be mad at. Like, y'all always talk about bitch pulling hair when they fighting and things like that, but for this girl to snatch a whole patch of hair out somebody's head, not a whole patch of hair, it was 2 braids. She snatched 2 or 3 braids out this girl fucking.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Yeah, didn't make no sense. It pissed me the fuck off. And then the security guard kept trying to stop her from getting her ones. Bahati got so motherfucking frustrated. She was like, get in the paint. Get in the paint. Get in the paint, Daisy. But I believe the reason why they kept trying to stop Bahati from fighting Daisy because they were scared Daisy was going to put that Wu-Tang on her ass. That's why it was like, look, you already got your hair snatched the fuck out. We don't want to see you get beat to smithereens, okay? So calm down, let it calm down and everything like that. But Bahati was fire hot, 38 motherfucking hot. And I don't blame her, because a bitch snatched me ball like that, bitch, you gonna have to see me, okay? Bitch, I would have came with a whole thing of clippers to cut that bitch a piece. Cut that bitch hair all off her head. Bitch, I'd been so motherfucking mad. Cut to, we see a confessional with Ming talking about how Daisy whooped the fuck out of Bahati. First of all, bitch, Daisy did not whoop Bahati, okay? She did get the better of the situation, but I don't feel like she whooped her, because first of all, you saw Daisy spent more time trying to yoke her motherfucking hair out her head, and then the security kept grabbing Bahati's hands, so Bahati couldn't even hit the girl to get the girl off her head. She just had to sit there and try to like keep Daisy from pulling all her fucking hair out, but literally the security guard grabbed Bahati's hand. She couldn't even fight her back. So I mean, I wouldn't even call that fair. Like, what the fuck? And number 2, me, where the fuck did you get that wig from? Like, bitch, please go put that wig back. That wig made me look like she was 45 years old, man. She looked like one of them aunties that sit on them old ladies that like to sit at the fucking corner store and drink wine all day. That's what the fuck she looked like, a fucking wino with that wig. OMG. So speaking of confessionals real quick, I love Daisy's confessional look. She kind of give me like, she give me Ursula. She definitely give me Ursula vibes. I mean, but with the green, not the purple. You know what I'm saying? She definitely give me like evil villain. You know what I'm saying? Like sexy evil villain with the green. I love Bahati's look as well. I also like the Rella G's because, you know, some of these girls, they starting to switch up their little confessional looks and they, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I liked it, a couple of them. So anyway, Natalie makes the girl sit down. She finally get a chance to, like, you know, now she's trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, because it's just like these bitches just scrapping left and right. So she's trying to get to the bottom of what's the issue with Daisy and Bahati now that, you know what I'm saying, the fight situation is over. So Daisy sits down and proceeds to lie. See, she swear up and down that she just protected Bahati. Like, she just walking around protecting Bahati. I don't see how the fuck she protected Bahati when Bahati had like 18 different fights, and I didn't see Daisy jump in nothing but one of them. Okay, and after that whole Coco situation, I didn't see Daisy like running to Bahati's defense. So if you was defending her, you damn sure wasn't defending her on camera. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Like, she acted like she was just protecting Bahati, and Bahati just betrayed her. No, bitch, you took some he say, she say shit, and then you turned that around and made Bahati be an issue. Instead of, if, knowing me, if I know that I had blacked the bitch eye or bust her eye, bust the blood vessel in her eye, in this instance, that's what Daisy did to Coco. Listen, I wouldn't listen to shit that Coco had to say out her mouth. Like, bitch, I wouldn't even trust you. Because if you walking around with your eye red because of something I did, I'm going to feel like everything coming out your mouth is against me. Okay? So, if anything, I would have went and asked Bahati about the situation. Not straight up try to fight her because my enemy, a bitch I don't fault, told me something that my so-called friend said about me. No! But see, Daisy ain't got no motherfucking sense. And since she sat up there and tried to make it seem like Bahati just was talking about her so bad and betrayed her so bad, and child, it's a whole mess. So then they started talking a little bit about the Jaden and Emery situation. It is played the fuck out. I'm so tired of Jaden and Emery. At this point, Jaden need to go home because she's scary as fuck. Okay? Emery need to go home because I'm just sick of her. Like, I'm just so sick of Emery. I went from liking her for a brief second to really just not liking her. Okay? But then again, I don't like most of the cast. So there's that. So then, Natalie tells the girls, she was like, hey, I'm going to need you guys to run your own house meetings, okay? And I want Daisy and TT to run the house meetings. So then Natalie steps away and the girls start taking a vote on who they want to be eliminated, okay? So as Daisy going around asking each girl, like, who, like, asking, like, okay, do y'all want this person gone? Do y'all want this person gone? Raise your hand if you want this person gone, etc., etc. It was a couple of things I found crazy about that. First of all, I feel like if somebody was going to be the house mother, it should be somebody that was neutral, okay? TT and Daisy, they running in that same little pack of bitches that all that jumps and hangs together and all of that. I don't feel like nobody who is on a particular side should run the house. It wouldn't be fair. You know what I'm saying? Should run the house meetings. It just wouldn't be fair. And so as Daisy was asking the girls, do they want her going home, the fact that nobody raised their hand baffled me, because it was just like, y'all bitches know y'all really don't fuck with Daisy like that. So why is none of these hoes bold enough to stand up to him other than Bahati? See, that's why I fuck with Bahati, because she's the only bitch that's bold enough to stand up to Daisy, okay? So then they go down the list, and basically the two girls that they really wanted out was Shay and Erica. And of course Bahati. But Coco spoke up for Bahati and said, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, Bahati be standing on business. Like, all y'all bitches recognize that. So just keep it 100, okay? Not Coco, but Gloss Up. Gloss Up was saying that she feel like Bahati stand on business. But yeah, so of course everybody wanted Erica gone, of course. I don't see what the hate train is for Erica. So then Natalie goes and grabs Daisy. Or not, before she goes and grab Daisy, she comes back in and she tells the girls like, hey, she's like, she said, so there's some new replacements coming in. All the girls turn around and look at the door like they waiting on somebody to come in. And Natalie's just like, psych. Nobody's going home today. But I do want you girls to go ahead and go find your rooms. So the girls take off and go find their rooms, right? So TT, she's, of course, this bitch shot out like a bat out of hell because this bitch looking for the master bedroom. So she goes and she finds the biggest bedroom, but the biggest bedroom have like 4 beds in it. And apparently Oxy, Jaden, Shay was supposed to be in this room together. Or I'm not sure, but I do know that Jaden and Oxy were going to be in this room together. So TT comes in the room and snatches all the beds, all the mattresses off the frames. And mind you, this is the room I'm supposed to be sleeping in. She just fucking standing there. I'm just like, bitch, I was confused. I was like, not Captain Save-A-Ho, not stand on business, stand on something as Oxy. Gonna sit up there and let TT come in there and just flip her bed like that. Even though I don't see what the point of doing that was for. Because, like, literally, TT, only thing they had to do was put the bed back on the bed frame. Like, bitch, you ain't destroyed the room. But she still tried a bitch. Somebody should have, child. And so the scene cut to, and we get to see Natalie pull Daisy. Okay, so Natalie pulls Daisy to the side. And she says, like, hey, Bahati's very upset. She's up there crying. I need you to come talk to her, okay? And so Daisy comes out with Natalie. And Bahati is, like, boo-hoo crying. But she's, like, mad. Like, that bitch, though, those was not tears of sadness, baby. Those was tears of anger, okay? Trust me. I know. So, anywho, Natalie gets Bahati, Daisy, and she brings Erica along, and you know she's trying to get them to talk or whatever. And so Bahati's like, I never did anything to you. She was like, you snatched my hair out. You snatched my hair out over some bullshit. I never said anything about you or whatever. And here goes Daisy. Well, you know those girls don't want us to be friends, and you allowing them to break us up. Something she said, but she was basically trying to make it seem like Bahati was the reason why they was going at it. No, bitch, you the reason. You the one that gave them girls what they wanted. They wanted to see y'all separated, see our little alliance or friendship or whatever broken up, and that's what the fuck you gave. As soon as you sat there and fed into Coco bullshit, you immediately gave the girls what they wanted. So I don't want to hear no shit about what the fuck Bahati did. Daisy is delusional as fuck. Either that or the bitch is a psychopath, because how the fuck you do not see the wrong that you did in the situation? She ain't take no accountability for shit. Like, ugh. And then some, she trying to hug all up on Bahati, talk about something, because Natalie was like, oh, y'all need to hug it out. And so they said, come on, you want to hug? Don't hit me, but we need to hug it out, whatever. We was just grabbing Bahati like, you bust my lip. Bahati's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't want no hug from you. I ain't trying to be fake and all this shit like that. Bahati just wasn't with it. And I don't blame her. Bitch, you just snatched the whole 3 braids out my head and I'm supposed to be friends with you now? Like, bitch, no way. In what world? Okay? And so, Bahati pushes Daisy up off her, and then Daisy turns around to tell Natalie something. I don't know what she turned around to say to Natalie, but when she turned around, Bahati thumped their ass. Pop, pop, pop. Daisy's so stupid because she was in her confessional to talk about some but she was like, if you're gonna hit somebody, you need to keep punching. She only hit me one time. I was just like, and then the camera flashed back and you see Bahati stutter like punching the shit out of Daisy. See, that's how they need to name her ass Cinderblock, because the bitch was getting hit multiple times. She just didn't feel it. Child, so anywho, they let Daisy and Bahati square off. Um, and that little square off, the fight lasted like 2 seconds, so there was no clear winner. But you could tell like Daisy was over the whole situation. She was just like, "Bitch, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna keep fighting this bitch." And she's smart. Now for the crazy, that bitch got some sense because Bahati is not going to give up. Bahati gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. So your best bet would just be to just leave it the fuck alone. So she storms off and goes upstairs to tell the other girls what had just went down or whatever, whoop whoop. And then she says, "Fuck it, bitch. I'm ready to go get in the pool. I'm done with all that bullshit." And to be honest, I feel like Daisy, you need to let it go because at the end of the day, you started that shit. You know you was dead ass wrong, and I hope you feel good and stupid. And I think that, but Hachi standing up for herself really like, you know what I'm saying? That'll make a bitch stop in their tracks or think twice about fucking with you again. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker think that they can do what they want to do to you, they'll keep trying it. But if you stand up to them, they'll at least hesitate before they fuck with you, okay? They'll seriously put some thought and consideration behind the repercussions of their actions, okay? I recommend that anybody who is any being pressed to stand up for themselves because that's the only way a bully gonna back down, okay? But whatever. Now that pretty much wrapped up the episode for this week. So at the end of the day, Bahati is still my MVP. Erica is a close second. I still fuck with Daisy. The bitch crazy, but I still fuck with her. And as far as I'm concerned, like, you know, she's one of the main characters that making things interesting. The other girls, they just packed up together. They all fight for no reason. It's just all stupid. So most of this cast, I'm really over already. But yeah, you know, I still live for Australia, okay? So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts about this week's episode. And with that being said, I love you guys. Deuces.